This lesson is on the sine law. It's also brought to you by energizemath.com. Please visit energizemath.com to download the note after this lesson. First thing about the sine law is when to use it. First thing would be not for a right angle triangle. Any acute triangle, obtuse triangle, sine law will work. You need to have, there's a couple more conditions too. The first one is if you're looking at triangle ABC, I'm going to have capital letters on the angles A, B, and C. And opposite them are going to be the lowercase letters. So length A is opposite angle A, length B is opposite angle B, and length C is opposite angle C. If I have an opposite pair, an angle and a length, opposite pair, and another piece of information, then I can use a sine law. I need to have an opposite pair plus another piece of information. Okay? If I have those conditions, I use the sine law. The sine law can have two different versions. Sine A over A equals sine B over B. That's best at finding angles because my angles are on top. Alternatively, if I flip it, A over sine A divided by B over sine B is good for finding the lengths because I have my lengths on top. Okay? Again, opposite pair and another piece of information, you can use the sine law. Let's do some examples. First example right here. Okay, I want to find x. X is a length, so I know I want to use the version of the formula where the lengths are on top. A over sine A equals B over sine B. The sine law works in pairs. Okay? Length A, angle A. Length B, angle B. Remember, the pairs are opposite of each other. Do I have an opposite pair? Yes, I do. Do I have another piece of information? Yes, I do. Okay, so set up your pair that you know. Length A would be 5 over its opposite, which is sine 70. Equals, and I want to find my other length, which is B, over sine 50 degrees. I want to get x by itself. So I'm going to move that sine 50, which is dividing, over, and it's going to become multiplying. So it's going to go 5 times sine 50 degrees divided by sine 70 degrees will equal my length x. Now I put in the calculator, and I'm finding a length, so I'm just going to use my regular sine buttons. So it'll go 5 times, and it'll go sine 50. Best to hit equals at that point. Then you're going to divide it by the sine 70 and hit equals again. And that will give you an answer of 4.07, and it was meters equaling x. Best to hit equals after you put your top in, and then you put in the bottom, and then you hit equals again. Let's look at the next scenario. In this next scenario, I'm finding an angle. So I'm going to use the angle version with the angles on top. So I flip the formula. Sine A over length A equals sine B over length B. Do I have an opposite pair? Yes, I do, right here. 80 degrees and 10. There's my opposite pair. So I'll set that up. Sine 80 degrees divided by 10 equals. And then I have my other piece of information, and I have my angle x. So it's going to go sine angle x divided by 8. Like before, I'll take what was on the bottom across. So it's going to go 8, turns from dividing to multiplying, times sine 80 degrees over 10 equals sine x. At this point, I need to put in the calculator. And it will go 8 times sine 80, hit equals, divided by 10, hit equals again. And that's going to give you a decimal. 0.7878 equals sine x. Now that's not the angle. I need to at this point do sine -1 to find the angle, put that decimal place in, 0.7878, and hit equals again, and it will give you your answer, which in this case is 52 degrees. Okay? So you put in your calculator, hit equals after you put the top in, then divide, it'll give you your decimal place, then you need to use your sine -1 button to finish it off because it's an angle that you're actually finding. Again, two versions for using the sine law, one where you have the angle on top, the other one where you have the length on top. In either scenario, you're going to take your bottom across, turn it to multiplying. It works in opposite pairs, so you set up your opposite pair equals the other opposite pair, where one of them will be an unknown. You know when to use the sine law because it will have an opposite pair and another piece of information. And there's two versions. Again, this is brought to you by EnergizedMath.com. Please visit EnergizedMath.com to download this note. Thank you very much.